Hello, Sonic Phone. You know, I'll just put the main cam on. There we go. We are here, we're live. Trying to fix that light for a minute. Let's see, because it's... I don't know what's shining over there, but it's bright. And also, I feel there's a lot of shadow on my face right now. I'm not sure. There you go. We want it, there we go, a little bit softer. Or, oh, it's a lot softer. It's not even light, come on. Yeah, I'll keep it on that way. And let's see. We play around with the light a little bit. Let's see what happens. That's a soft one. I think this one is nice. This one is nice. There we go. Okay, I'll just open it up on my mobile phone. I'm not gonna do the same time with the chat again because last week something happened with my chat, so I'll just open it up in here. Oh, and it in the JCL group? In the lounge? Because I'm mostly I'm not active over there, so yay! Wait, why is it not? Hello? It's a video, right? Wait up. Oh, is that the... Wait up, I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Is that the coffee jam you're drinking, by the way? Is that what it is? Oh. Looks very good, though. And cheese sweeties. Oh, I haven't really eaten yet. I haven't really eaten any... Well, I ate a few little things, but it's not like I have a full stomach. So it's gonna be a very interesting with drinking a dark tea. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on with my stomach later on. It's nice to finally see the drink that you're drinking. Nice. Let me know how the cheese is, the cheese sweeties. There we go. I've got a lot of things on my table, which was not planned. Let's see, can I get the chat? No, there we go. No! Yeah! I really wish that OBS would have done something on this whole prompter stuff. There we go. I'll just leave it there. I'm not doing anything again. So, okay, what are we gonna drink today? We are gonna drink Chaling Hunan Hei Shu cha. I could not find anything on the website. But I know that Hei cha is like a very dark tea. It's often fermented. So Shu is dark. Say correctly, dark. Yeah, dark. So I think that Hunan is a province, like a part in China. So I think that Chaling Hunan means where it comes from. Hei Shu cha, I think that it's basically saying dark fermented tea. That's what I think. Hi, Bali. That's what I think that it is. It says Chaling Hunan ripe dark tea. So I might have been right on that one. So it is a surprise for me as well. It's also a surprise on how to brew this one. How much water we need. How much tea we need. So this is also gonna be for me a little bit of a tryout to see like, okay, what are we going to drink? Is a ripe tea dark... yeah, Chaling indeed, yes, in Hunan. Chaling with the post-fermentation technique of heicha. Ah, okay, that's why I was thinking, like, probably a combination of the heicha, how they make it. Very dark tea. Good for my very dark heart. So, I thought, since I'm drinking more tea, I kind of starting to understand, like, oh, shu means dark, heicha is a very dark tea, which is a fermented, like, post-fermented technique. So I was like, I'm really starting to learn these little things, even if I haven't really read my book that much. But I kept seeing these kind of things coming back the whole time, like certain words that always mean the same thing. So it's really a nice learning thing going on here. So, Joe is asleep. He had a rough week, but more like been a long day. We don't feel so very well, so for both of us, it's like he's sleeping on the couch at the moment with Ayimi between his legs. It's very cute. It's very cute. But I am going to prepare tea as if he is going to drink with me, and otherwise I'll just see what I can do in between. Where it goes on that side. I am going to try my little glass teapot for today, but the lid is kind of loose. Like, let's take the webcam for this one. As you can see, the lid is very, very loose. It moves very easily. So it's for me a first time to try this one and see how this teapot feels. Maybe I should actually make a little band and, I don't know, have a little band connection together with the teapot itself, so that the lid won't accidentally slip off. I do feel kind of sturdy. And in this teapot, I do not even know if you can see it, but there is this little, there we go. There is this little metal filter in there. Oh, there you go. If I take away my hand, you see the little filter even better. Got a ceramic teapot. And Jai just yeah, ceramic teapot. It's so nice to have a ceramic teapot. Kind of thinking, like, should I also go for a ceramic one? I do have the blue one, but because it is 7 grams of tea, and I think that 7 grams might be a bit on the hard side on this amount of water. I think this water amount is a lot less. It's a little bit lighter. So I just wanna give this teapot a go and see how it feels. So maybe going for, we haven't seen this long for a long. Oh, now you can probably see it a little bit better. The little mountain in there. The Gongdao Bay that I haven't been using for quite a while. We are going for 2 little snow cups. One for, so we can see a little bit more of the color stuff. And I also want to try my new little petal-shaped teacup. So we have a little bit of a mixture on the table, which is totally fine. It's just as scrambled as my brain today, so let's go for that one. Kind of looks cute. I think we got 2 glass, 2 semi-glass, and something else in between. Okay, now my question would be, are we going for the full 7 grams on this tea? That's one thing that I'm a little bit uncertain about. Should I just try for 5 grams? Yeah, I've got a whole series of this cup, and it's so beautiful. And each cup has a different shape, a different petal. I think I'm just gonna try for a 5 grams because the teacup is a bit smaller. So yeah, it is a, no, it's more like a very, very dark tea. So that's basically what it is. It's you got the red tea, you got the green tea, white tea. It's more like a label. And the color would probably be a very, very dark, or more like a very dark red color. I think we're gonna find it out soon. because it's dark doesn't always mean that it's extremely strong, I think, but somehow I do always kind of think dark tea is strong. Ah, okay, so it has been a brick. Ah, that's what I thought. I was a little bit like feeling like this package, like if it's a heicha, it's probably most of the times taken from a brick. So, and I can see indeed little pieces that are picked out like it has been from a brick. So that's very nice to see. Oh yes, please, please. I want to try the butterfly pea soup. Pea soup. Butterfly pea tea. Pea tea. It doesn't get any better like that. Oops. Okay, I think I'm glad that there's a filter built in my... Oh, that's... Oh, it smells actually very, very floral. Wait. If I take this little piece out so I can have a little... Why? No, come on. Just trying to get a little piece extra out because now it's on the 5 point something. Seriously. 4.8. Let's do 4.8. I think that's fine enough for me. Especially if I'm gonna drink it alone anyway. So then I think 5 grams of tea should be more than enough. Then I have a little bit extra for a single, very small single moment for myself as well. This one goes to the side, this one goes to the side. Okay, now I can show you what I mean with it is like a little bit of a brick. Like, as you can see, we got pieces that are still quite like almost like it came from a dice. Like it's if you look at heicha, most of the time it's like a brick and they take these little pieces off and some pieces are still like clumpy together like that. So that means I also do not know fully percent how hot the water temperature should be. I think a dark tea is often good with a 95 degrees Celsius, even 100. I think I keep my kettle on 95 and see what it does. Also, I do not know if I need to rinse it at all, so I'm just gonna drink the rinse as well. Or I might give some to Puer, the little tea pad. From what I smell right now, it actually smells very fresh, very, it has a sweet hint to it. Like it kind of smells in a sweet and floral way, which I'm not used to dark tea when smelling this kind of stuff. It smells very fresh, very, very pleasant, very almost like it's gonna be gentle, but I'm not sure about that. So let's first warm up our gear. Oh, that wouldn't it be fun if I would make a little string here on stream and just, I don't know, weave one for the teapot. I could actually. I just have to search up how long it should be and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tea in the teapot. So this one too can warm up a little bit. There's a lot of tea debris. Oh, it smells so nice. Oh, it really smells very... I keep saying floral and also very... It smells very gentle. I do not know how to explain it otherwise. Like, it smells like this tea is gonna be gentle on your taste palette. They also just received a little hint of sourness. Like cherries kind of sour. What I'm gonna drink? Really, I have no idea. I think this is probably even more fun, not even knowing what you're gonna drink. Very interesting. Do I have? Yes, okay, I have my thing underneath. I am going to prepare the cup for Joe as well. If he's not coming, then I'll just drink it myself. Okay. Should I do a little quick rinse? I don't know. Just a very very quick one. For the cat. Let's... Oh, there we go. There we go. We got a whole different smell coming up right now. Like a little bit of a malty kind of smell to it. So we had that kind of a floral and sweet smell and a little sour note. But there is this kind of a malty kind of... With malt, I kind of mean like a saltiness. I so look forward to this one. I really want to understand what I'm smelling, so let's go for it, I'd say. I also have no idea how much water this teapot holds. I'm gonna find it out because I know that these cups are all 50 milliliters. So with this teapot, we're also gonna find out how much water it actually is. I thought it was 100, but I'm not sure. I think it holds more water than I thought it would be, actually. Gonna put the webcam on for a little bit. Because a very nice color going on. You can also see the mountain a little bit better. Actually, I think I could have used the whole package of water when I look at it, because it holds more water than I thought. So for the next part, I'm going to use a little bit less water, because the teapot is bigger than I thought it would be. That's okay. Learning from my own teaware as well. Let's see. Oh, there's this sweet and sour note coming up. Is something also floral, like a floral note to it. I cannot... It's a complicated one. It's a lovely one. So let's try this one. Okay, the first cup is actually very, very light. Just like I told you, like it kind of smells like a very gentle tea. Even when you say dark tea, this first cup feels gentle. Maybe because I brew it too lightly, because I used too much water. A little bit of debris coming out. Ooh. I'm curious on what other teas, what other taste is gonna, other brewings, steepings is gonna do. And because I always forget counting my steepings, I also found someone who's also doing a lot of tea tasting. I also follow him on Instagram, and I noticed that I believe I do know his name is Jeff, but on his Instagram it is let's see, I believe it's always tea o'clock. Yeah, it's always tea o'clock. I saw Jeff using like a little band with little beautiful gemstones on them. So sometimes I wear these little bracelets with these little balls on it, and he is using them as a steeping counting. And I was just amazed, and I am also very much into gemstones, and I have lots of them, like a lot of them. But I do not have those little beads to use as a counting system. What I do have is a lot of, and I mean a lot of gemstones. So I asked Jeff if I could use his idea, and he said, well, of course. So he also got it from someone else as an idea, and I was like, you know what? I do not have the same things, but I do have something that might help. And as I was walking past my cabinet, I kind of forgot that I have this little Viking boat with little tea lights in it. And I was like, well, what if I put my gemstones on the little Viking boat as the raid? So we have a little Viking boat that I bought in Norway. So in this case, we could say that we have a little shell with all kinds of treasures. And we're gonna use a treasure inside the boat to count steepings. If I don't forget to put the stones in there as well. Because knowing me, so we got lots of them. We got lots of pretty gemstones in here. And I know Humanity also has a lot of them, so we're gonna, I don't know. I know my favorite is this little blue one. It's a very, very lovely stone. I do often I do not know the names in English. I think it is called appetite, but not appetite as in appetite for hungry, but the stone name. So this is one of my favorite because it kind of looks like the world with lots of water, and it's nice and blue. So we're gonna put this in our little Viking boat as the first steeping. I guess we're just gonna figure it out if counting this way would help me find out how many steepings we had, if I don't forget to put the stones in there as well. Also, I am going to put it at the side because knowing that a lot of stones, well, not a lot, but many stones even if I don't know exactly which one, cannot always go well with water. I know, for example, this lovely one would just turn into dust and be gone. So I'm not gonna try which one it is. So letting it cool off, and let's see how it smells. Now the little malty kind of scent comes up a little bit more. I really like it. Let me get my screen a little bit bigger. There we go. Very lovely. I am gonna drink Joe's cup as well, so. I'm letting it cool off a little bit. Now it hits with first with a sweet note. Sweet, like honey kind of taste. Then it comes in with I would say kind of like a hit. So let's see what it does. Very interesting. If you let it cool off, I'd say drink this tea as not as hot as possible, but I do think that this tea has a better profile for my tasting. When you drink it hot, letting it cool off a little bit kind of first gives you the note of something like sweet honey. It kind of got a hit, as in like a hit of tannins, I'd say, like really like a tea moment, a little bit of that bitterness. And now it also turns a little bit into that malty kind of sensation. So it is very interesting. When you let it cool off a little bit, it kind of gets a little different layers to it. So, oh, my knees are already hurting, so wait. There we go. More comfortable. Comfortable sitting is very, very important. This is close to me. So I am kind of curious to the fact that if I'm gonna let this one cool off completely, if it's gonna be very, very bitter. Drink all the tea. Yes, we will. We will. And drinking all the tea, we are going for our second steeping. Do webcam? Yeah, we can do webcam for a little bit. Look at the ware. I think filling up to there would be more than enough. I think that should be enough. So you can see a little bit on how the tea color pops up. I have no idea how long I should steep them, by the way, so it's also a little bit of a guess for me. Well, is it very dark, or does it look dark because of the leaves? But when you look at this, it doesn't look as dark as it probably looked at the when it was in the teapot. Yeah, look at this. This is actually pretty like a. I have seen darker. Yes, indeed. So it's not as dark as it looked in the teapot because of all the leaves. But we can do a little comparison cup. Well, we have the first brewing and the second brewing next to each other. I can see myself that this is just a slightly bit darker. It's not that much, but it's okay. It's not It is a bit darker. I don't know if you can see it from the tea can itself. Let's put them together. Yeah, a little bit. You can see that this one is a little bit lighter and this one is getting a little bit darker. Yeah, it's just a little bit. And it looked dark with the leaves. So yes, indeed. It kind of looked like tannin overload indeed, but I was looking, I was like, well, I don't think this tea is gonna do that. Oh. Why does it smell kind of like cherries? Cherries, but there is also something on the salty side as well, but it's pleasant. I'm kind of wondering, this is my second heicha that I'm drinking. If this is something that heicha does, like it kind of feels like a forest trip or something. I don't know. It's very pleasant. Let's see from this Gongdao Bay. Ooh, huh? Okay, this is crazy. I know for sure that I really washed my Gongdao Bay. But I get such a floral note from the Gongdao Bay. Like, very pleasant. Yeah, the fermentation, I think that's the reason why it has that kind of a malty, salty kind of note to it. But it feels like a very, very lovely tea to drink in the forest somehow, or to be surrounded by nature. It kind of feels like that tea wants to be drank in nature or something. Sprookjesbos tea. Oh, Sprookjespoort tea. Yes, I think it is actually. Okay, we do get this hit of tannin going on. Like this, it did get quite of a hit. But there's still something very gentle in the cup as well. Wait, it's not my lipstick, right? I think this is such a... I think I want to try more heicha to see if this is the dark tea that I really like, because something does happen with heicha. This is like last time with the snow. I was sitting on my balcony in the snow drinking a heicha, and it was such a pleasant experience. There's a specific strength of tannin going on in the mouth, like a little bit of a bitterness. But I also experienced something sweet. And I first thought it was my lip balm, but now that I took the lip balm off, there is still some sweetness in there. Okay, I got different... Wait, I'm gonna... Why do I keep binding this thing like a corset every time? Okay, don't forget, we had a steeping, so I'm gonna do the stone later. So I got three different parts where I can smell the tea from. For my thick glass. There's more of a floral kind of sweetness. This one I do not smell much, but seriously, in the glass. There we go. There's a specific flower smell, and I cannot pinpoint it. I don't think that's a flower in there, but I don't want to say jasmine, but it kind of smells like a perfume in there. Something pleasant, but and combine it with the wet tea leaves, you get this malty kind of note to it as well. It's a very interesting tea. Okay, let's go for our little gemstone. I don't know if the webcam is actually taking this one. There you go. I should have this one. Very sparkly one. I believe this one is called, in Dutch it is dioptaas. I think in English it's also called dioptaes. It's a lovely, very green stone, very shimmery. A little bit on the back side, it's a very, let's see. Like a very rough part on the back side, and we have a very shimmering part on the other side. I really fell in love with this stone when I went with Yumeni-chan to a gemstone gathering. That's not a gathering, but more like where you can buy your gemstones. And I saw that green one laying around sparkling. It's like twinkling. I was like, I want to get this one. So that's why I got it. This looks amazing. I think gemstones and tea are actually very well going together. So maybe I should just make myself this little beaded string and do the countings, like something like that. Unless you like the little Viking treasure hunt. I think I do want to make something for this little teapot, like add a little string so it doesn't accidentally flip off or something. So kind of have to get creative with it. No cats on the stream today. I kind of want to do a painting for my mom, but I'm a little bit scared that I do not know how to really do it. My mom's dogs passed away like 3 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks ago, and I don't know, somewhere in my mind I kind of want to try if I can do a watercolor of the dogs. We're 2 dogs, by the way. Let's see if I could make a little painting of them, watercolor painting. I'm kind of a bit scared to give that one a try because it's so personal. It has been a living creature, and to me that's kind of important to really capture the energy and the what's it called? More like the livelihood of the picture itself, of that moment, because I've also took quite some pictures of the dogs as well. So I grew up with the dogs. Or the dogs grew up with me. That's the other way around. The dogs grew up with me. So, yeah, it's like I want to do it correctly. I want to do it like when you look at the painting that you really can almost see and feel the dog and recognize it, and really it's like, yes, that's the dog. That's that one, and that's Davy, and that's Lana. So I'm like, yeah, should I give it a try? Should I try to make that for my mom? I mean, the paper is not as big. I mean, I could. Yeah. Come on. I mean, the paper is not as big. It would be like this kind of size. And maybe I would do it even like this, so I have both dogs in one page, like a little portrait. But yeah, what is it when with trying things where you're a little bit scared? It's always a bit annoying. So maybe I should just give it a try. I'll just text my mom and ask if she can send me a picture of the dogs. There we go. I just texted her. Hi, welcome to Thula. welcome. I found a new way to counting the steepings. I have a little Viking boat that I bought in Norway. And I'm collecting little gemstones on my Viking boat as a steeping counter. And you're watching Moychay till now. Oh, Moychay. Nice. That's a very interesting sport. It's yeah, I've got quite a collection of gemstones, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just use it in a way that helped me counting the steepings. And we are at the second steeping, and well, Joe is still sleeping on the couch, so I have most of the tea for myself. And because there was no brewing instructions, it was also a little bit of a let's try this one out. Stream every Saturday on the... Oh, nice. Wait up. Wait up. Oh, yes. We are drinking a Hei Cha, probably, because it is called... Wait, I'll just give you the little webcam. Chaling Hunan Hei Shu cha. So what I think that it is actually it's a Hei Cha, but also ferment Shu, so it's dark. Chaling Hunan, that's a area in China, so Hei Cha, I guess. And there wasn't much information on the website. Yeah, sure, but it's not a pu'er, it's a Hei Cha. So it says Hunan ripe dark tea. And I must admit it's a very interesting tea because it smells very gentle. So we had this like of a sweetness note of honey. We also had this note of a little bit of floral to it, but also the smell of malt, like a little bit saltiness to it. And the flavor is actually, the first brew was very gentle, I think I just used too much water. And the second one was also very interesting because when you let it cool off a little bit, you get different layers. And we had this little bit of sweetness to it. Then it kind of hit with a tannin, and then it softens again. So it's a very interesting tea. It didn't say how many burns we can get out of this one, so I just hope I'm doing the correct thing. I'm using 4.8 grams of tea on, well, I think I am using 100 milliliters. At least I'm trying. So that's what I'm doing. And 95 degrees Celsius on water. So I think that should be fine enough for a dark tea. I also forget counting how long I am steeping. So I did found a steeping counter where you can really use the seconds, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So I might buy it, but at the same time I also feel like I'm trying to control too much on the steeping instead of learning, watching, tasting, etc. So yeah, counting seconds for Sheng might be a more important thing because it can turn bitter too quickly, I guess. Tea app steeped. Oh, it's not on Android. Yeah. I need it on Android. I need it also on Android. I don't have an iPhone. I really don't. I don't want an iPhone. But I don't know, maybe a little counter for at home, or I think I just put a little too much water in it again. But yeah, let's try not to control too much because yeah. There we go. It's when you look at it in the pot, it looks extremely dark. But that's the leaves, I promise you. It's not tannin overload. It's a lovely lovely color. Oh, it also suggested time, so that's very nice. My apologies, I just turned very silent because I hear some karaoke going on. I hear some karaoke going on outside. Yeah, it's a very, very dark color, but not like extremely dark. It has a very beautiful, I don't know, like it's very, the color is very gentle. I thought it would be very dark, but it's actually very gentle. What's going on outside? It kind of sounds fun, but I don't know. Oh, now we get this. This also very interesting about this smell is I get this kind of smell of cherries to it. Honey and cherries, and then a little bit of a malty kind of note to the side. I just explained that this tea kind of smells like it wants to be drank in the forest. Like going on a forest walk, you also have these different smells. You also have the sweetness of flowers or the sweetness of grass, and then sometimes it hits you with this kind of a smell of mud and stuff like that. It really feels like this tea wants to be drank in a forest. Yeah, it's like just a very small faint of cherry. It's like more that sourness of that cherries sometimes can have. Like that sweet sour. And it does fade quite quickly, to be very honest, but when I first was thinking about honey, but honey has a more like really sweetness to it, but this more is like a sour sweetness. I always think of cherries in that case because that's something that I sometimes eat. Or like cherry candies also kind of have that sour note to it. But it, like I said, it pops off really quickly. Where are they having the whole party, by the way? It almost sounds like they are doing it on the little area downstairs. So let's go. This is the third brewing. Definitely, for sure. I want to try more heicha to see if this is also something that sparks my joy, because it's very interesting, these I wouldn't say extreme many layers like I had with some oolongs, but I feel really something is happening. There is this really hit of tannin in your mouth as well. It just gives you this little kick, but also that part is so gentle that it takes off. Oh, a Christmas package. I look forward to what you're drinking. It's the same tea, it's just a different cup. Why does this taste more sweet? Why? Why did it just happen? Might be because there was some tea debris in there, but... Did you say white oolong? White oolong? Oh yeah, of course. White tea is, of course, when it is processed so minimal, like the processing is so minimal, then they can call it a white tea. Sometimes I kind of forget that it's not about the tea, but about the process. That's what got me last time, because I have a ware, which is a white tea, and I could not get my head around it, and now I understand it. It's about white tea is such a minimal process, and that's why they can call it a white tea. Very interesting. I wanna hear about that one, the white oolong. Oh. We have got to pick a gemstone. So, what gemstone are we gonna pick? What gemstone are we going to pick? We have quite some going on there. I know. This one? Or the very light blue one? Wait. I'll just get them both out and then you can judge which one you mean. So. Darker one or the lighter one? So that's this one. You mean, right? Or I keep my finger there. Yes, there we go for that one. This is turquoise. A very lovely gemstone. So I always like turquoise for its healing properties. It's always a gemstone that always makes me so happy. Oh, but Thula, then you're gonna love this one probably even more. This one, in real life, it looks like... I don't know. Wait up. This one is even more pretty in real life. It really looks like you're holding the earth. So, we got another gemstone collected in our Viking boat. I'll try to take a picture. I'll try to take a picture. Yes, it's oh, I cannot explain how lovely these are in real life. It's so so lovely. I know turquoise is really something that I like to wear as well. Sometimes I have a little heart necklace as well that I used for many years. So I've got a lot of gemstones, like a lot of them. I've got, well, see that area over there? Like, that's actually full with gemstones. Like, full of it. I also got this, where is it? That white box is also full of gemstones. And I think I also have a few gemstones separated in the house, actually. Quite a lot of them. And we keep on collecting more. And sometimes I think, do I have too many? And then I'm like, it's just like tea. You cannot have too many of them. Like, got a whole little bag of pink little stones as well. So sometimes I like to wrap my own gemstones into little artworks. I don't know if you guys... I do know that I have been showing some in the beginning, but I can show a little bit. Because we now have a little webcam that can show you more details. Let's see. Tea and stones. Yes, tea and stones. There we go. These are the ones that I have been wire wrapping myself. Know that the webcam does pick it up. This is a little rose in fluor. Sometimes I do not know the English names of it. I made this one back in the days for my dad. Because we always called each other like bloempje, which means flower in English and Dutch. When he passed away, I took this one back so I can wear it myself. Then I've got Amazonite, and I have to show it a little bit more this way. It might be a little bit hard to see, but I tried to wrap it as a scarab beetle in gold. So we got the little eyes on the top, then a little bit more like the wings on the bottom, and we got this little swirly going around on top. And Larvikite, which is a Viking moonstone, if I'm correct. And it is a little bit hidden, but there is a rune sign in there. Let's see if we can... Whoops. I'll just lay it flat. The rune stone would be like going down and then 2 more down. Kind of keep forgetting what the meaning was of it, or the name of it was. Runestone. Let's see. Stone. Looks kind of like a inverted F. It's not Fehu. Ah, where is it? Ansus. Ansus. It means Ansus. And Ansus also had its meaning. Runestone. Ansus. I always like these kind of little things. It's for wisdom, communication, inspiration, and it's often associated with the god Odin and the Aesir. It also is symbolizing an to get and also bring over things like knowledge, creativity, and stuff like that. So I also think it's a lovely gemstone as well. When I saw the gemstone in the shop, it was the first thing that I was looking at. Was like, oh, there should be a rune logo in there. So that's what I did. I just was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna, because I had seen some of those signs before when I was in Norway as well. I just kept seeing that sign in front of me, so I was like, you know what? We're just gonna give it a go. But wirewrapping is a whole different creativity. Talking about creativity, how is your jacket going? Your cardigan? No. Yeah, that's why I made the post like on the on the Discord channel, but also like, you know what, just also on Instagram as well. So thank you for not forgetting me. Thank you. Yeah, I think Joe told you about it. Like, Kim made an announcement on that one. But still. If you're busy, and I can understand if you accidentally forget things like that. There we go. Are you not on my Discord yet? Let's see, you started in August and you're halfway finished. Yeah, I can understand that it takes a little longer on that one. Okay, Sonic Funa, I'm just gonna send myself a reminder that I will have to invite you on that one. I thought there's also an on stream itself. I also have these little information panels. I think if you actually get on the information panel, you also get it. But give me a sec. I'll send you an invitation in a minute. Let me. Ooh. Okay, the smell is getting very soft, so I don't think we get many brewings out of this one, or I used too much water on this one. That could also be a thing. I think I want to buy a package of this one. It smells very interesting. It's something that I want to try more. I think I want to try more of this tea. Ah! Let's see. Okay, I'll check it on the computer later how to do it, because I'm, like I said, I'm not very good at Discord stuff. I think I should order a whole package of this one. Color-wise, we are getting still Still not very, very dark, to be very honest. So we have them next to each other. This is the first brewing, and this is now the fourth brewing. But as you can see, the light, that it's not only the second brewing has been a little bit darker than the first one. It's really not that much, just a little bit, but maybe I'm just using too little. Maybe I should have used the whole 7 grams package, but because it said dark tea, I'm always a little bit more like not wanting it too strong, but let's see. It keeps being very gentle. Only really had that hit in the second and the third brewing a little bit, but it is for something that is labeled as a dark tea. It feels very gentle. Get this note of sweetness to it. I do not have that extreme tannin hit and bitter hit that I had in the second and third brewing. What I do experience is a sweet layer. In this sweetness type, I would almost say like a little bit of honey. So if you taste it, then it's more like soft, gentle honeyness. Like it's very subtle. Okay, remind me later that I wash my gong da bei this time with a little bit more like soap detergent. It cannot be that there's flowers in here, right? Well, my cups do the same, so I'm amazed because I do smell something floral in there. Like, you know how jasmine smells? Like when you smell a jasmine tea, it has this fragrance of jasmine. It like you can really pinpoint jasmine out of it. I really smell a flower, but I cannot pinpoint the flower type. I want to keep saying like, if you have a jasmine tea, it really hits you like a jasmine, but something in here smells like there has been flowers used, but I thought it was the gong da bei, but I also now smell it from my other cup, which I haven't been using at all. So there's this faint smell of a flower in there. I almost want to say that I have smelled it before, but that's why I said that like this tea kind of feels like it wants to be drank in the forest, where you have flowers, where you have grass, where you have mud and a little bit of everything, because this is what this tea kind of feels, smells, and tastes like a little bit of everything. How much is this tea if I order it? How much? It's a very interesting one. This is the Chaling Hunan. It's a pity because it doesn't say anything on the website. Okay, I do have to save up for this one a little bit because it's almost 90 euros for 400 grams. Or I should just order another 7 grams package, but I don't know. I want to try more heicha on that side. I want to experience if there's another thing going on. This was the 4th brewing, right? So we have to pick a gemstone. Let's see. We have some greens in there already. Let's see what else we can pick from this part. This is also a lovely one. There's a little stripe in there. So let's say we go for this one. This is, I only know it by its name, the red healer. You get the golden healer and you get the red healer. I do not know exactly the name of it. I only know it's by its nickname. So it's almost a little bit transparent on my hand because it really takes on the color of my skin tone. But there's a very dark pink side on it and a lighter side. It's I don't know if you can almost look through it a little bit. Like I said, because it's my hand, you cannot really see much of it. It's a very very lovely stone. We're gonna use this one. Got another raid. Well, this is also like why I'm looking forward to the tea festival is also I looked a little bit further into the ticket. I will receive a private tasting, so not private as in only me, but a very small group of people from Moychay himself, from the man from Moychay. And this way I can also watch and learn. I want to see how a master is doing it when he has to serve tea to many people. Also experience on watching on how long he steeps the tea, how quick he does it, how much tea he uses on his teapots and teaware. So it's like really a learning process for me as well to just watch and learn someone else doing it. I think that's also a good thing for me to experience. Oh god, I'm hungry. I haven't been eating yet. Really sounds so interesting outside. But for the painting, my mom is going to look for a picture, so... Yeah, indeed. I had it with the Lady of Chamuts before. And I must admit that I do feel very shy about it, like sitting on his table and just I always feel like I need to know stuff or be able to be aware of stuff, and it's so I feel like I have to know things already or like be able to get to those notes, which I am not. I'm still tea baby. I'm still tea baby because I don't do this enough to develop that palate. So yeah, if you learn it from someone else, it's so interesting. It's very interesting to see someone doing these things and be able to learn from them as well, to see like, okay, but what do you do when you are in a bigger group and all your teaware is tiny? Like, how do you do that? Do you use bigger pots and bigger gongda bays, or do you make 2 steepings and count that as 1? Or it's a bit of that. Yeah, I've got that with my husband as well. He also tastes like a lot of different things that I do. It's like almost like I kind of feel alien sometimes about it. Like, do I taste something wrong? No, I do not taste something wrong. I taste something different. But sometimes I find it very hard to accept that part, and especially when I see writings on boxes like, oh, honey and date and this, and I'm like, where do I taste that? Where do I taste that? Why do I taste that part? But also, I think I should try more items as well. Yet, what does happen is that last time I wanted to cook, and trying to read the chat at the same times. Don't scroll too much. Yeah, it's like everybody tasting something different. But last time I was cooking for the first in very, very long time, because I often don't cook. I am often I don't feel comfortable cooking. But last time I said to my husband, like, I want to cook, and I just want you to stand in the kitchen and kind of tell me what to do, but don't, or how to do it, but don't tell me exactly what to do. And I was making meatballs. I was also making mashed potatoes and red beets, and the red beets are just from a jar, so that was very easy, just warm them up. But the mashed potatoes and also the meatballs were just from scratch. And he told me a little bit about the mashed potatoes, and when I started on the meatballs, I just took some ingredients out. I was just opening up the jars, just sniffing on the ingredients. I was like, yes, this is calling me. Yes, this is also, yeah, but for the mashed potatoes, this one and this one. So I was able to, with all pinpointing with my nose, like, oh, this is kind of a sweet smell. This is like a herby smell. This is more like a pinpointing these smells and then combine them together with my mind with, oh, meat. I wanted to have this profile. I wanted kind of this profile. And I took things out, and my husband was looking like, well, I would not have picked that ingredient, but why not? And I added something that he often does not add, and that was rosemary. And I told him, I'm gonna use a little bit in my meatballs as well, but I mostly want the rosemary in my mashed potatoes. And I was adding it, and I was eating it, and I was like, yes, this was exactly what I wanted to eat, something in this profile. So he also said, like, you are using your nose, you are using the ingredients, you are picking out, like, not from the recipe, but from what you are smelling that smells good enough. So yeah, and let's see. And also, when you tasted many already, not okay, a teetoddler. I'm a teetoddler instead of a baby. So a teetoddler will be okay. But yeah, I do taste different types indeed. And I think with those tasting, I would like to have also some tastings. If I have enough of the tea, I would like to try some private tastings as well. So for example, the Orange Dream and also the Green Banana tea that we had last week, I tasted them this week as well, separately from each other. And I did keep noticing the same things, and I was like, I cannot pinpoint it. And eventually when Finn, the guy from the tea house, actually he asked me, like, oh, let me hear your review about them. So I told him that I had a very pleasant experience with the Green Banana one, which is, I believe, more oxidized. And I also explained to him that the Orange Dream is a very lovely tea, but I keep having this little greasy, I would like a Chinese soup kind of taste to it as well. Thula, did you also have that? Like, if I would say, like, the Orange Dream kind of had this experience of I don't want to sound bad with greasy, but more of like when you smell Chinese soup, there is this greasy smell to it in a good way. Like you're going to eat soup and you know that there's a little bit oil in there, but it is going to taste good. I kind of had that with the orange stream, and I was like wondering, like, do you also have that experience? Like, I had it on the stream, but I also had it when I had the private tasting. It also lingered long in my mouth, like long. Yeah, like the taste, really like the taste. When you smell your tea, it almost kind of feels like drinking, you're going to eat a good soup. I would like to hear your experience as well, like on that one as well. Like, am I the only one that experienced that one? And my husband is saying the same thing. He does understand, but we both cannot bring it to words. And he keeps saying like, oh, it's like a Chinese soup. You know it's gonna be good, but you also know it's gonna be a little bit of a greasy note. Not us, not me. So yeah, it's I was also looking up if there was something wrong with my tea, but when I was looking at all the tea parts, I could not find anything. So perhaps it might be a tasting on my side, or maybe I should try temperature a little lower and see what happens then. It's not bad. It's just like, I'm not used to that kind of taste and smell to tea. So, but I really love how it lingered, and the whole evening I kept smelling this like an oolong fragrance in my house. I was like, it smells so good. I want to drink more. So it's a compliment. But yeah, it's also a little bit like, am I the only one? Let's go for a tea can. And we're going to our 5th brewing. So I let it steep a little longer this time. My water on the oolongs was, I believe, 95 degrees. Like they said on the website and also on the package itself, 95 degrees. So I can try 90. Let's see what that one does. 90 is a little bit less hot. Was it 90 or 95? I think it was 95. But I can try if I can go a little bit less in temperature and see if that changes something. And again, also on that part, it's an advice that they give on brewing temperature, but it's also something you can mix a little bit. Like I have tried a very, very bitter tea before, and it was supposed to be drank like that, but you can always use less hot temperature. Yeah, I can try 90 that next time and see if it changes anything. Okay. I remember that the Dayulin was even 80 or 85, which is very low for an oolong, actually. But that one was very good on the temperature. Let's see what it does. It's still I find it in the teapot, it really looks very dark compared to the ones in the cup. 100 on everything. That's... okay. Yeah, I have a... wait, I'll just show you in a few seconds. Smells so good. No, I have this on this kettle. I have the temperature that it says what temperature it is, but it also keeps it warm on that specific temperature. So it's I don't have to check anymore. I just look at the counter, it's still 95, keeps on 95. So that's actually very nice to have it. But in your method, it's also nice because if you, for example, have your like a kettle and be outside, then it's very nice to just be able to drink it with the very hot water. I sometimes take my little what's it called? Like a temperature measurement. Sometimes I take it with me for my tea, just to check how warm the water is. And especially if I know if it's gonna be a green tea or the purple bud tea, I also know that it's a lot better on 90 degrees instead of 100. Oh, the tea is getting very light, so we're gonna do a longer steeping later. The pour from your thermos is better. Oh, really? But wouldn't you like be able to use these kind of kettles, because this is very, very thin and you can actually pour very precisely in your teapot, in your tiny teapot. Your micro teapot. Okay, I don't think you get many brewings out of this tea. Unless I've been doing something wrong. Like maybe I should have used the 7 grams on this teapot, but like I said, maybe I just order another package and try again. Yeah, the goosenecks are actually very nice, especially if you tiny teaware, but oh, you are doing the orange dream. Let's see, I am gonna pick a little stone at the same time. Let's go for... Let's go for a classic. Let's go for... Oh, this one. Let's go for amethyst. Amethyst can come in many ways, many forms. And this one is a rough one. So you don't see much of the color, but it's a lovely purple one. It's purple, there's a pink hues in it as well. Look closer to this one. Almost look a little bit like candy sometimes. Amethyst is also a very lovely stone to have. So if you're a gemstone collector, this is probably one of your first gemstones, just like rose quartz. I love my Wi-Fi. There we go. So we got this one. 2.5 on 50 milliliters. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my little guy one. Just a small cup. Wait for me! Wait for me! I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna do what you do. So you have 2.5 grams of 50 milliliters. So I have a 50 milliliter cup. I know that this guy one is about a little less than 80 or about 80. So I'm gonna join you on the orange stream as well. I am going to use the cold one of this one as well a little bit, and I make the last brewing. I think I can get one last bit of this one out. There you go. Let me warm up. A 20-second wash. Dang. Okay. Yeah. Let me get some fresh water. In the meantime, I'll just make a little longer steep about the other one, and then I'm also gonna sip on the cold version of that one. In the meantime, let's make a little bit of the Shan Lin Xi orange stream as well, and see if you can make a mini steeping. So. Wow, come on. Yes, 2.5. Mini steeping. Yeah, it's a good way for me to learn as well, to use less tea in a different way. So yeah. So a 20-second wash, so you keep it in there and then you just pour it away. I am the type of person that drinks I drink the wash. Okay, let's go for, I'll just wait till my water gets hot. So this is the cold version of the Hei Cha. So it's like I said, it's a very gentle tea. For something that is a very dark tea, it is actually gentle. That's why I think I'm gonna order a package just to try another one. Not the full package of 400 grams, but like the tasting package, and see if I can get the same experience, like if it's really that gentle. We're gonna put the gemstones on the side. You have the dream of floor. Nuts! Maybe that's the greasiness. I'm just gonna pour it in there directly. No need for sharing. Interesting. Do my washings later. Okay. Wash pour a little bit. Yeah, I think 4 to 5 brewings of the other tea is a maximum on that one. So very lovely. I want to try more of that one. just gotta... I now have really less of that greasy soup idea. Also drinking now from a different gaiwan, so that might also help. Okay, let's have fun. A 20-second wash. How do I know what's 50 milliliters? I just first gonna fill my cup this way so that I know how much 50 milliliters is in my gaiwan. Okay, that's literally halfway. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I can weigh the water, that's right. But I do know that this cup is also 50 milliliters, so it's gonna be okay. Was that 20 seconds? Let's see. It does smell a bit different, yes. I'm not sure, maybe it might also be my gaiwan. This is ceramic, so it might be a bit better than the glass gaiwan that I was using. Because I've been using the glass gaiwan with this tea, and now I'm using the ceramic one. And I get a whole different note to it. Maybe because I was using the glass, that might be the reason why I was maybe getting the greasy note from a soup kind of something. I do know that ceramics can really be a pain in that case, so... Let's try this one then. Let's go. So, having it up to there. Ish. I think like 15 seconds for me would be more than enough. Also, not using a gong dabei because... ah! Then you should be online with me. I think this is a go. I'm always scared of too strong teas. Also, mind you, my stomach is quite empty, so I might be getting tea wasted instead of tea drunk. Oh, we poured at the same time. Perfect. Well, Thula. Cheers. That's a whole different experience. Wait a sec. Wait. What? Did the ceramics really make such a difference? I'm amazed. What is this? This is... Yeah, it's light. I do wonder what's going to happen with the other steepings if I would get the grassy note back, but right now it tastes so different from last week and also tastes different from the tasting that I did this week. I don't know if it's the ceramics or what. Or maybe it is the wash. I do have a more floral note than last week, actually. Yes. Send the list and get me shocked. When I smell the wet leaves, I do still get that greasy kind of note to it. But maybe it's nuts that I'm trying to explain. Nuts and floral. Nuts and flowers. Maybe it's that combination that makes me think of a Chinese soup or something. Maybe it's that combination that I cannot pinpoint. It is a dark scent. Oh yeah, flushing out the caffeine. That's a good one. Staying awake. Now, why is my chat? There we go. Yes, exactly. And I think that's the reason why I was keep thinking about a Chinese soup, because when my mother-in-law makes a Chinese soup, there are almonds in it, like not the regular almonds that we know of, but like the Chinese almonds, and there are also different types of that one. She uses like figs in there, so it's just a very sweet taste to it. There's chicken in there. I believe there's also red dates in there, so that's why I'm saying like it reminds me of if I would eat a soup, but with a little touch of oil. That's how I experienced it last week. For my second steep, a minute. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna put that little because I'm bad at keeping timers when it comes to a whole minute. So the moment when I pour, the moment I put the lid on, I also do the button. So I'll do a minute, starting when the lid gets on. Lid goes on, and the minute starts. So I'm gonna do a minute then. And I do have this very pleasant feeling in my mouth back again. It's indeed that zesty orangey kind, but very gentle. Again, it's that first brewing is very gentle like last week. I must say it's a luxury to do a tea stream like with you this way, and my husband just laying on the couch. I think this is so fun to do and see, like, just keeping my eye on the chat, like, oh, I've got 12 seconds on my counter. Yeah, we should. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Do I dare to drink it? By the way, for Discord, I was actually thinking about indeed like a tea time video call thingy going on. So, 1 minute. Okay, the lid smells different than my glass one. Let's see. Nope, still the greasy note to it. So the wet leaves do have the greasy note. Like a nutty, really, maybe I should say nuts. Because I think that's what I'm trying to explain. Nuts with flowers. Let's go. Go for the first sip. Are you also ready? A bit of beef. Yeah. Exactly. Then let's go. Cheers. This tea keeps surprising me. It's like the first sip you have that nuts indeed. And the moment you keep it in your mouth, you get that sweetness in your throat. It's so pleasant. I think, note to self, I have to drink this one from ceramics next time. Butter, oil. Yeah, indeed. Like, for me, it's more like an oil, indeed. It really reminds me of the Chinese soup that my mother-in-law made. Butter, I wouldn't say, because butter is mostly more creamy. But I almost say, like, if you have a Chinese soup, which can be quite a bit on the sweet side, and then add that dash of a little bit of oil to it, and then that sweetness pops with like. Beef bowl, yeah. That's what I mean with the, like, you have this kind of soup. Like, it's pleasant. It's really pleasant. But that's the first sip. Every time the first sip from your cup. And then it pops over to that floral note. And also that bit of orange to it. Like that freshness. Now also, it's really a pleasant tea. It almost sounds like when I say like soup, it doesn't almost sound like that, but I like how this tea keeps unfolding, like stays in the mouth. It's really pleasant. And I think that 1 minute was actually pretty good. What kind of sweetness do you experience? Because sometimes I kind of feel like the sweetness of honey and hay. Like a little bit in between, like floral sweetness as well. Yeah, maybe that's the floral sweetness. Because I keep thinking a little bit like if you have a piece of hay and you keep chewing on it, it also has something sweet to that. Like, very pleasant. I like it has this layers. Yeah, it's not sugar, indeed. You don't need sugar for this kind of things. Oh, I'm so glad I have like a bigger package, this one. Yeah, I also try to explain people, like, if you have the sweetness of tea, it's more like the natural part, the natural sweetness of it. That's why you don't need sugar for it. There was some person who was talking about that she used sugar, a little bit of sugar inside her tea, inside these types of tea, because she find it more pleasant in drinking. And Evie was really like, almost like bombarding a bit, like, yeah, but then you don't have a good tea, or then you don't do it well. And I'm like, yeah, but let someone get into the journey, and perhaps one day she will find her tea and don't need sugar anymore. So Like the sweet leaves of berries. Sweet leaves of berries. What's your language one? Black. Brombeer. Sounds... I've heard that one before. Great. Let's see if I have that letter in my... Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. You mean... I'm correct? Like these berries? Yeah. I think I've seen them quite a lot during my walk in Germany. But that's the whole thing. When I look at the well, let me know how long the next steeping should be. That's also what I have from that website. It's like they say specific things that they taste, and I'm like, I'm trying, and it's like sometimes you have that the meme 1.15. Okay, wait up. I'll just pour it in. Are you ready for the pour? Yes, okay, let's go. Let's pour it in. This is about it. 1.15 seconds. There we go. But on the website it says how it should taste, and I find it then so difficult to experience that. It's like I do not taste much of the orange, and I believe they also say something about what is it? Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be interesting because it's in German, of course, and my German is just as bad as my Chinese. There we go. Beschrijving. Is there a translate? Yeah, there's a translate. There we go. Let's see. It says slightly earthy, rich, and full of fruit. And it's a powerful, wonderful, intense scent of... Oh, pouring time. Don't worry. There we go. It's a powerful, wonderfully intense scent reminiscent of vineyard peaches and a touch of a vibrant citrus of bergamot. So it's not something that I can taste out of that part. And then I was like, do I something wrong? Did I make something wrong? And it's also say on the palate a sweetness and intensity of blood orange paired with a freshness of orange zest. And the note of vineyard peaches create a magnificent interplay of subtle tartness and and fruit freshness. Like pure tropical fruits emerge and a touch of mango. that's not what I taste. So that's why I was like, did I made something wrong? But again, it's something that they might have tasted or described because they might have tasted many other different things. So let's see, if you say any fruit, it say raisins. Ah, Okay, let's this is the third one. Yeah, third one. I was thinking. Okay, you ready? Cheers! So much more gentle right now. Really? I don't have that one. Wait. I see what you mean with the drying a little bit. But isn't that the bit of the citric part that does it? Like, it's not a tingling sensation, but is that not the citric kind of thing that happens in your mouth? That might be drying out a little bit. I do understand though. But it also feels refreshing actually. I think drinking this so with you, it's a lot better. Thank you for making the experience much better. And now I know that I should just brew it in this mini guy one. It's not a mini guy one, but it's tiny. I think this is an 80 milliliters in total to be able to hand it. I really, really love how this tea lingers in the mouth. It's so nice. I still think that this tea is perfect for when you're reading a book or anything like that. Tasting with someone is always so good. Yeah, it is. It's a very pleasant experience like this. Especially with someone who made me buy this tea. Let's see, you experience a little bit more woodier. Why is my chat? Wait, there we go. I do understand the wood part. I would say wet wood, like wet forest. But I still have that lingering soupy note to it. Oh, if you sniff it like a dog, like very very small breaths, it's interesting. Then you kind of pick up the orange indeed. Yes, same for me. Then I also have to order some food. So one more, you may decide how long we're gonna do this one. Tell me, senpai. How long are we gonna steep the tea? Don't bad steep it. 2 minutes. So we're gonna go for 2 minutes. Put it in my mobile phone. 2 minutes it is. We're gonna do this. Getting my lid ready. Last steep, orange dream, 2 minutes. Let's go. Oh, no, not too much, not too much. There we go. And start. 2 minutes. You dead stupid. Yeah, last week then I did it. I did not have a pleasant experience on that one. It was very beefy soup. Very soupy. I was trying to make I don't know if you've seen the picture, but I made a jar with infused honey, and I was trying to make candy for my throat. I can tell you one thing, that did not work out the way I wanted it. So I had to throw away a jar, and also I still don't have my throat pastilles, so annoying. But I will try another time. Yeah, it was like, you know, making infused honey with all kind of herbs in there, and then use sugar and make a candy out of it. Saw the recipe, but I effed up badly. So it was so it didn't became real candy. So it stays. It kind of became hard, and then it kind of became sticky and liquid again. I had so much cornstarch on it that, I don't know, it would almost stand on its own, but it didn't work out. So maybe next time just try the infused honey and just add it to a cup of water. Yeah, it was a toffee at first. Then it turned into a rock inside my jar. I've got like 5 seconds. And then when I took it out and tried it, it became toffee again, but also so sticky that I would not be able to handle it. So yeah, I have to try it again. So we have a 2-minute steeping of the Shan Lin Xi Orange Dream. Last one on this one. And then I'm also going to close off the stream. Or at least gonna do the dishes, but really, there's a big party going on outside. I let the leaves cool off a little bit because I noticed that they keep smelling very soupy in the beginning. So, cheers! Very gentle, but it's very, very nice. I had to laugh because I was really looking at it like, oh yeah, clogged pores on the teapot is not fun. Not fun. You have to get these little bristles to really get in between. I think that's also the reason why I'm a guy 1 type. Drinking this one now and experiencing this way is a lot better. And I can imagine that you appreciate a clean pot. Do you also know the difference in your teapot when you're like, probably your tea also might be tasting different then? Now that I experienced this one with you and how much water using and stuff, this is tasting so much better. And also thank you for helping me out with the taste notes, because now when you say nuts and flowers and like dark, I was really like, yes, probably that's the taste that I was trying to explain, but Freestyle Thula tea time. Yes, no, I really had a Thula tea time. Very nice. I really appreciate this tea a lot more. And like I said, ceramic. This one goes for ceramic. I think that oolong should be in a ceramic, but that means that I... How about my winter guy one now? Oh well, that's... You know, can still use it. I really love how this tea lingers in your mouth. I really love it. I find this tea even more pleasing as aftertaste. I don't know why, but as aftertaste, it's so... Like a really good surprise in there. Yeah, it did. Thank you so much. And I don't think I have enough wire for my... Oh, I can put my tea leaves in here, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna use my big bowl underneath to put my tea leaves in. So, I think I'm gonna do my dishes on the stream. So I'm gonna do some extra water in there. There we go. Oops. Yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna I want to do a painting for my mom. So I think I know which tea I'm going to drink when I'm doing a watercolor painting. It's gonna be the orange dream because I have to wait in between anyway. And I think this tea is so lovely to have the aftertaste while you're going back to the painting again. So, and also a big hug to you. And yes, I will probably have a lot of fun tomorrow when I go to the traditional Chinese medicine academy. So I'm looking forward to that one. Thank you so much for being in my stream, Thula, and having tea time with me, like literally drinking tea together. So thank you so much on your recommendation as well on how you brew it and how to drink it. And I really had a very pleasant experience with this one. So thank you so much. And have a lovely, lovely day. Evening. Yeah, evening, because it's evening for you all as well. So hope to see you next week. I really liked it. Let's do the dishes. For those who are still in the chat or lurking around, because I know we have them as well. I am gonna do the dishes on the stream, and since we drank 2 teas, I also have some dishes to do. The teapot might be a little bit more difficult for me to clean, or not. We're gonna find out. Let's see, there is this little metal thing going on here. There we go. There's a little strainer inside my teapot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the tea leaves in my... Well, I think I can put it in here this time. Or no, you know what? I'm quickly going to get my little tea bin so I can put the leaves in there. Alright, so my little tea bin where I put my used tea leaves in. My little Viking boat to the side. There we go. So I have this little thingy where I put my tea bags in everything. Every time when I drink tea, I don't want to put it in my trash bin, because I noticed that every time when I put my wet tea bags in there, eventually my what's it called, my trash bag, it's I don't know, it always rips somehow because it's probably too wet and too long and start leaking and stuff like that. So I noticed that if I put my tea leaves or tea bags and coffee cups, if I drink a coffee, then it's very pleasant to throw them away into a very small little, I don't know, small little bin and then empty it when ready. This is too much debris to pick out. So you can imagine that sometimes this jar actually smells good, like with lots of tea leaves in there. Let's go for 100 because we need to clean. Get this one as well. So we had a double tea tasting again. Always like these kind of surprises. My husband already ordered food, so I'm also on a very lucky hand that food is on its way. Is there anything you guys are going to eat? Anything specific? For me, it's gonna be a poke bowl. I always like a poke bowl after a tea session. I don't know, it always feels, you know, always really fills me up in a good way. Like I have some rice, some fruits in there as well, some vegetables. It also kind of feels like you get everything in there. Put these aside. So I'm just gonna put on my tea cam so that you guys can see a little bit what I am doing. I'm cleaning out my stuff with just boiled water. This way they become very clean. I always dry them directly, so this way you really close your tea ceremony right. Like rinsing them in the beginning to warm them up, and I also clean them like this way. I think I have to do my teapot a few more times because there's a lot of debris in there. And I might also need to get some more water on this one. Yeah. I noticed that my teapot needs a lot more water. Not a little bit, but a lot more water. So that's okay. Might not have enough water to do the rest. So I'm just quickly gonna get some more water. Also very important, if you use glass teaware, like always dry it directly when you finish it. Why? This way you won't get these ugly stains on it. You just want your teacup, your teaware to be, you know, ready for the next session. And it's also like, I don't know, it's very pleasant to see them shining and being, instead of seeing fingertips on it. I mean, come on, look at this. This is it's all clean, there's no stains on it and no fingerprints on it. So that's why it's very important if you have glass teaware to directly dry them. This way you prevent all these fingertips on it. There we go. Oh, there's a big party outside. Okay, bit of my spoon. One in a second, I just grab a little extra water so I can have enough water to clean the rest of my gear, because I've been using a little bit more than usual. So, hold on. Again. Normally I would use filtered water for my tea kettle. I just got some regular water as well. Bring some water out of this first as well. Otherwise it's getting too much water in there. For those who are wondering, I am draining a bit of the water because it was kind of getting overflowing. So underneath this table there's this little thing going on that catches up the comes from the tray. So that's why I just draining a little bit of the water, because otherwise it's gonna overflow on my table here as well. And I just found out that indeed outside there is a party downstairs. It's like a New Year's party with the whole apartments. So you can get your there's music. I believe there's also some food down there. it really sounds very very lively. I think that's something that I like from this neighborhood. And it really sounds like they are using very Dutch music. Yeah, definitely a lot of Dutch music. It's so typical. Dutch music is so typical. I think every country has its own typical music that they often don't like, I think. Let's see. We have a gold now bay. Now we are going to rinse. Again, it's glass, so directly dry it. Otherwise, it's gonna get those finger stains on it or water stains on it. It's such a shame if you get water stains on something so beautiful, such a lovely item. And it also helps you to, you know, be able to put your things away and close off your ceremony, closing off your tea. Maybe also like getting a little bit ready into closing off in this way. Don't do it often, but I'm going to use a little bit of regular water in my... Normally only using tap water in my gooseneck. Water kettle. Yeah, cleaning ceremony. At first I always thought it would be weird to do it, but now that I've done it a couple of times, it really feels better this way for me. I don't know, might not always be very interesting for everybody, but I don't know, it feels interesting and calming to do it as well. And these little moments to show appreciation to the items that we had, to the tea that we had. Burning your fingers again, as usual. There we go. I don't know, since I do this, I also feel like when I'm done with streaming, there's a lot to clean up in this room already, like putting things back in its place again. Because this is also my sleeping room. So there's still a lot of things to clean up and get my laptop back again in this is hotter than I thought it would be. So yeah, doing this on the stream as well it isn't a chore this way. I guess it's really like closing off, and it also feels a little bit more like a ceremony of cleaning, I'd say. Ceremony of ending it. Especially because, yeah, it's still a lot of lovely gear, you know, so... I just wait up till my water gets hot again, and then I have my tea tray that I'm cleaning up. With lots of water coming out. There's like a whole tea bowl underneath my table right now. And for me, it was also like I kind of had to search it up. Like, how would someone close off the stream? How would you take care of your ceramics or your teapot, or even if you have Ishin clay, how would you clean it? So I was actually looking into it, like on YouTube, how other people were doing it, and I saw this method, and I was like, well, this feels like something I would do. Sonic Foon, how was the cheese thingies you were eating? It really looks tasty. 2 out of 4. Well, they look like the size of a hand, so I think that's, you know. They do look tasty. Are they like, was it like sweet? Something sweet? The size of a palm. Ah, that's nice if you can separate them. Sweet bread. Oh, that really sounds good. There we go. We have this little item where my tea has been in. For also a little shower of white, just regular water. But was there also cheese in there? like, did read something with the cheese. It kind of looked like cheese. Go. Put it where on the side. There we go. Let's see if I have some debris in between my ridges. So I'm trying to get in between these ridges as well. Sometimes tea can get stuck in between. It's quite annoying. Yes, what I like to do is wipe it with one of my towels. Also notice when I do this, I also can really look if I have any stains on the table itself, which I can softly wipe away. Then what I like to do is really get this part clean. So in some cases I just take it out and just pour it in the bowl itself directly, because there's lots of debris in there. I think that's the heicha that broke down a bit. There you go. So this is one of these items that I actually do go wash by the sink and really clean, and so I often leave it like this, even if there's lots of debris in there. If you want another cup of tea, then I've got plenty of here. So that's that one. What I like to do next is on the bottom there's also a lot of condense, so there's also a lot of water on this side, as you can see. So I'd like to wipe it as much as possible, and there's also a lot of water in between these edges. So what I like to do next is give them some taps. This way you can really get the water out. All right, see a little tea in there. I always think it's very important to clean your gear properly, and also wiping my table. Just took something out. There we go. There we go. We have a clean table. No, still a little. There we go. Yes, now it is clean. There's no tea debris in it anymore. So, yes, let's end up the stream. The reason for today that I was streaming is because tomorrow I will be going to an academic and see about Chinese traditional medicine, and if I want to start a new journey going that way as well. Also keeping my tea next to it, of course, because tea is life. Very amazing. I really like this journey so much. But it also inspired me to look further and look into the Chinese medical part. Also have been interested in it for a very, very long time, since I even was 15 years old. Which is a very long time, by the way. I'm turning 39 this year, so that's a long time ago. And So I was like, you know what? I'll just have a look, and I'll see if it's something that I want to do. If it's something that's within my reach, I think it is, because I've been interested in it for a long time, and I think tea is also part of that journey, because tea also holds a lot of medicinal items. You see, a lot of white tea is used as medicine in Chinese tradition as well. So, from what I've heard, and therefore, I think this is a very beautiful combination to have both the tea ceremony, um, enhance flavors and experience flavors and all that kind of beautiful things to do, and also have that study next to it as well. So I am really looking forward to tomorrow and get the information about it. And yeah, that's the reason that I was streaming today instead of on a Sunday. So for those who have visited my stream and are still in the stream as well and looking at it, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you so much for going with me on this beautiful journey of tasting different teas and experiencing different teas and flavors. Also, Thula, thank you so much for having that little moment of tea with me, even if there is a camera in between, even if I couldn't have seen you. But thank you so much for me experiencing the tea in your taste as well, in your view as well. So thank you so much for taking that time with me as well, and let me experience a new direction with that tea. So thank you so much. As you can see, that with tea, especially drinking it with other people and drinking it with others, you get such a beautiful different experience from it. So I really like this journey a lot. And yes, I just gonna close off the stream and enjoy maybe some gaming later, or I don't know. I'll just see what I'm gonna do. So have a lovely time, have a lovely day, evening, night, afternoon, midday, anything. Have a lovely time. Thank you so much for being here with me on this journey, and I hope to see you guys next week on a Sunday again. Gonna be on a Sunday. Yes, have fun on Call of Duty. I'm probably playing Assassin's Creed. So again, thank you so much, and bye bye.